Good morning. Back on the plot today. Now the weather's been absolutely atrocious, so I've not been able to do all of the things that I've wanted to do. So I'm just down here thinking about what to do next and trying to get my life in order. I did come up with a brainwave this morning, which is to plan my growing season, which is something I don't usually do. I usually sort of just see where the wind goes, I make plans and then they get waylaid and things go awry, but this year I might actually sit down and think things through a little bit. Now the first thing I've got to do is measure the plot. The weather's been not very good. It's a little bit drizzly at the moment, but I'm going to do my best and we'll see what happens. I think I'm going to go into the shed because it's a little bit hazy here. Camera's not picking it up, and I'll explain a little bit more in the shed. So generally speaking, I'm not a great planner when it comes to the allotment. I kind of think, oh, I'm going to grow this, I'm going to grow that. I get some seeds for Christmas, I get some seeds for birthdays, and I grow those. But I haven't grown anything for the last 2 years or so, anything really of note. So but this year's all different. I'm going to plan a bit more and I'm going to see what I can do. Now the weather's been awful, so I haven't purchased any seeds, I haven't sowed any seeds. I've seen loads of people on Instagram and YouTube and everything, they're sowing their seeds and they're starting to come through, and I'm always way behind in that. But I'll be honest, I don't know where to start. So I'm going to try and plan, sit down and actually think about what I'm going to do. And so the first thing I've got to do is I've got to measure the plot. And to be honest, I mean, the weather is so lousy that I just thought, get outside, put a hat on and do something, even if it's just measuring the plot. So I'm taking solace in the little victories. Okay, so I'm just going to draw out roughly what the layout is. And so, right, so we've got a path either side. I don't know what that measurement is, but we'll just put that in there. Then we've got compost bins sort of here. Okay, so that's our rough plan, and that's what I'm going to measure. Doesn't look very elegant as a sketch, but we'll get to that. We'll make it elegant. Right, time to brave the elements and get the old measuring tape out. Okay, so I've just come in from the rain, and it's this is a job you just don't do in the rain. So because the ink will run, or use a pencil. Duh. Okay, so 70. I'm just trying to make this more illegible. I think that's 100. That's 150. Because one side got really wet. 70, 100, 90. I think that's it. Right, I'm gonna go home, put the kettle on, and I shall see you at the computer.
Hello, so I'm back in from the rain. I've got my notes. I've got a nice warm cup of tea, and I'm going to translate my notes into a vegetable guide or a planner. I've never done it before. Well, at least I haven't done it in a good few years. So let's go through the motions and see how we get on. Now, here's Google, and I'm going to type in vegetable garden planner. First thing that comes up is Grow Veg. There's Veg Plotter. There's Sutton's How To. Let's have a look at Grow Veg. Accept the cookies. Your shortcut to becoming the best gardener you can be with the world's smartest and most popular garden planner tool. Okay, sounds cool. Sure. Video.
The Garden Planner is your shortcut to becoming the best gardener you can be. Whether you're a complete beginner or a seasoned gardener, it's easy to plan your perfect garden year-round for bountiful harvests. Cultivating a garden can be overwhelming for beginners and a challenge to manage, even for experienced gardeners. It takes meticulous research and lots of trial and error over many seasons to determine which plants will thrive in your garden. That's why we created the world's smartest garden planner. Create your perfect garden layout, choose from hundreds of plants, and create a sowing and harvesting calendar ideally suited to your climate.
Okay, we kind of get the gist. It looks pretty comprehensive. Try the garden planner free for 7 days. No payment details needed. Your free 7-day trial includes full access to the garden planner and garden journal, access to all expert grow guides, and priority support. See pricing plans. Let's have a look. How much does it cost after 7 days? 24 pounds a year. That's not bad. It's like £2 a month, something like that. That's pretty good. All right, let's give it a go. Let's start with a blank plan. Custom. Next. Address lookup. No need. Allotments. We're sort of there-ish, I think. Okay, so Kenley airfield, so that's where it's getting the weather from. Cool. Wow, okay. This short tour takes 2-3 minutes. You can revisit it at any time by clicking on the tour toolbar. Just so you know, our expert gardeners are ready to help you 7 days a week. Just click from the chat bar. We usually answer in a few seconds. Can we change the name? Settings. Aha. Carrot Tops Allotment. All right. Whoa. Right, let's start planning. Okay, so fast forward about an hour or two, and I've completed my garden plan. And before we go any further, I just want to say this isn't a sponsored post. I haven't spoken to Grow Veg. They haven't been in touch with me. This is literally just typing it into Google and finding a planner that I can work with online. And I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. It's a really nice piece of software, so I'd recommend it. Okay, so this is my plan. We have the compost bins here. I've got the compost bins there, and you put in your plants where you are. You can change how many, what you're planting. And what's really great is when you click and drag, it tells you how many plants are in place. And what I've been doing is, what I first did is I packed it full of all these different plants. But what I did in the end was I worked off what you get in a seed packet, and this is what you end up with. So I've put in what I would like to grow. I'm just growing things that I'd like to grow for the year. Let's see how it goes. Now, there's some features on this software which I really, really like. So let's say, for example, you have some French beans. If you click on French beans here, you can label what the item is, and you can pick the variety, which is you're going to see these in all of your DIY shops where you're ordering them online or wherever you're getting seeds. Chances are you'll see the variety of seeds, which is great. And then if you specify in-ground dates as seen here, then what you'll see, this then relates to your growing calendar, which is really awesome. And let me show you what that means. So I'll just click done here. So at the moment I'm showing all months, but if I go to say January, there's nothing happening in January, too cold. February, March, April, and it's starting to fill up. So this is what it should look like in April. This is what it should look like in May. This is what it should look like in June. Height of the season, July, August, September, October. And I'm guessing where you're seeing gaps is where you would plant something else. So like onions, in October or November, the garlic in October and November, and so on. So it really helps you to plan all year round. It really does work, which is great. But also, as you're adding plants, it comes up with a plant list, which tells you everything that you want to do and when. And as I was looking at this, it kind of gave me reassurance. I was fretting that I'd not done anything yet. You see everybody on social media, and they're sowing seeds and they're planting things, and you get a little bit of FOMO scrolling through. But actually, the first time you sow anything is in March, and we've only just entered March. It's the 1st of March as I'm recording this. So I fret not. It's still a bit cold, so I'm just going to give it a week or two before I actually get the seeds and start planting anything. So yeah, that's really cool. It's really reassuring. It's really nice. I needn't have worried, so that's really cool. I haven't subscribed yet, but I will subscribe. I want to keep this going. I want to see how effective it is, see where there's some gaps, and maybe I'll make a little challenge where I'm filling in the gaps. Who knows? But we will find out. It has my thumbs up. I really like the software. I will subscribe. I have gone onto the live chat a couple of times, and thank you to the folks at Grow Veg who have helped me out, answered my questions, and let's see what happens in the month of March. Let's see what we can grow, and I would consider myself well planned for the season ahead. So that's it for today. If you don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.